guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriorstrade fans, stop whatever you're doing because this might just be one of the wildest, most unexpected developments we've seen in a long time. News coming out of San Francisco has the entire NBA community in complete shock. Their Warriors have just made a move that nobody saw coming. A move that could completely shift the tone of their upcoming season. The timing, the decision, the reasoning behind it, everything about this is catching fans and analysts off guard. And now the question on everyone's mind is simple. What are the Warriors planning? And why did they do this right before training camp? Let's dive into everything that's been unfolding in the last few hours. Reports started surfacing earlier today that the Golden State Warriors have made a major roster decision, one that insiders describe as both surprising and strategic. The team, which has been relatively quiet since the early off-season, just pulled the trigger on something that could redefine how they approach this new era of Warriors basketball. For weeks, fans had been waiting for a trade, a signing, or even an internal move to shake things up. And finally, it happened. The Warriors front office, led by Mike Dunleavy Jr., and of course, guided by the voices of Steve Kerr and Stephen Curry, has been quietly working behind the scenes, and they've now made a move that proves they're not content to sit still. So, what's the buzz about? Well, according to multiple team sources, their Warriors made a sudden decision involving a combination of roster retooling and veteran adjustments that absolutely no one had predicted this late into the off-season. It appears Golden State has finalized plans that will reshape their rotation and could even open the door for another incoming player before the season begins. League insiders have described this as unexpected, bold, and clearly aimed at putting the team in a better position to compete immediately. To understand just how surprising this is, you have to look at where their Warriors have been over the past few months. This team has been walking a fine line between trying to win now and planning for the future. They've been balancing the veteran core of Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green with the young energy of Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and Brandon Pudzicky. There's been uncertainty around contract extensions, trade rumors involving Kuminga, and questions about the roster's depth in the front court. Fans were starting to wonder if the front office had lost its urgency. But in true Golden State fashion, they've once again caught everyone off guard. According to several reports, this unexpected move could involve a late adjustment in the roster, including the release or trade of a player that had been considered a part of the rotation going into training camp. Early speculation suggests it could involve one of the Warriors' younger pieces or a veteran who hasn't quite found his fit in Steve Kerr's system. This sudden decision signals that Golden State is doubling down on building a roster around versatility, experience, and immediate chemistry. The front office is clearly aware that every year counts now that Curry is 36 and still chasing another championship. One of the more interesting theories making the rounds is that this move could be tied to financial flexibility and roster space. Their Warriors have been dangerously close to the first tax apron, and every minor adjustment has major cap implications. By making this unexpected decision now, they might be setting up for a more significant acquisition, possibly one that was waiting in the wings. There's even been quiet talk that this could clear space for a veteran free agent like Al Horford or another big man capable of providing size, leadership, and shooting depth. And while fans are still piecing together all the details, insiders are hinting that their Warriors locker room was caught off guard, too. Players reportedly found out about the move shortly before it became public, which is rare for a team known for its internal communication and stability. Some players were said to be surprised, even emotional, but most agree that the organization's goal is clear: to win now, whatever it takes. Let's talk about why this kind of bold decision matters so much. Their Warriors are in a critical stage of their dynasty. They've already proven they can win with their core, but the NBA has changed around them. Younger teams like Oklahoma City, Minnesota, and even Sacramento are climbing fast. The Lakers and Nuggets are still loaded. For the Warriors to compete, they can't afford to rely on nostalgia or chemistry alone. They have to adapt. And that's what makes this sudden move so interesting. It's a clear sign that the team understands the urgency of the moment. Stephen Curry is still playing at an elite level, but everyone knows the clock is ticking. Every decision the Warriors make from here on out is about maximizing these last few years of Curry's greatness. The unexpected roster shakeup might just be the spark that reignites this team. Their Warriors' success has always come from being bold. Whether it was drafting Curry when others doubted his size, trading for Andre Iguodala, or even shocking the world with the Kevin Durant signing years ago. This new move continues that tradition of taking calculated risks in pursuit of championships. Their Warriors have been trying to keep flexibility in case major trade opportunities pop up during the season, and this move might be part of that bigger plan. Insiders also mention that Steve Kerr has been pushing the front office for players who fit the team's identity: smart, tough, experienced, and willing to sacrifice for the system. If this move brings in another seasoned vet, it could be exactly what the Warriors need to stabilize the locker room after a rocky 2024 season. Remember, chemistry was an issue last year with reports of frustration, lack of consistency, and uneven rotations. Kerr and Curry have both emphasized how important culture is, and the sudden move seems designed to restore that balance. Whatever happens next, one thing's certain: this move has completely changed the tone heading into training camp. Instead of uncertainty and questions, there's now energy, excitement, and curiosity. How will the new rotation look? What does this mean for the younger players? And could this be a setup for something even bigger down the line? Warriors fans can't stop speculating. And honestly, that's part of the fun. If you've followed this team over the years, you know this is exactly how they operate. When everyone thinks they're finished, they make a move that flips the narrative. When people think they're being quiet, they strike. And that's what makes them one of the most fascinating teams in all of sports. The front office knows that staying relevant in this league takes boldness, creativity, and a little bit of shock value, and they've just delivered all three. So, as the dust settles on this last-hour bombshell, one thing is crystal clear. The Golden State Warriors are not done making noise. This latest move, whatever form it ultimately takes, is a reminder that this franchise still has championship DNA running through its veins. Whether it's setting up for a trade, clearing room for a new signing, or simply tightening the roster for one last push, their Warriors are once again proving that they'll do whatever it takes to stay in the fight. Warriors Nation, this is your moment to react, because this team just threw another curveball into an already wild NBA offseason. What do you think of this shocking decision? Is it a sign of something bigger coming? Or do you think the front office is just reshuffling pieces to get the chemistry right? One thing's for sure. This move has everyone talking, and training camp just got a whole lot more interesting. So, make sure to hit that like button, drop your thoughts below, and subscribe for all the latest Warriors updates, rumors, and breaking news. Because if there's one thing we've learned today, it's that the Golden State Warriors are still full of surprises, and this story is far from over. Stay tuned, because what happens next might just be even more shocking.